When food and life meet, Latinx marketing, take 3.625.
Are we partying over here? Can I party with you?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna party.
I literally was like, what is she gonna do?
I know, I like to scare people.
Scared, okay.
But we're just chilling. In fact, I don't even know what we're drinking, but we're gonna find out right now. Welcome back to Donas and Tortas, when food and life meet. Mariana from Latinx Marketing. Mari. Oh, Mari.
It's okay. I feel like you spent a long time memorizing my name.
I know, Mariana. Dude, I for the longest time I had a problem saying like Adriana, or Claudia. For some reason, Adriana and Claudia, like when I was little, I just like could not say those names. So like Mariana, I feel like is part of that group of names that like me cuesta, but I can just call you Mari.
No.
But I can just call you Mari.
You call me Mariana.
Okay, Mariana. Okay. It's
practiced.
a beautiful name. I practiced. Okay, so let me tell you a quick story. I found out about you with her Latinx marketing a couple years ago because you did a really cool campaign with the Sweet Carols, and it was leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Yes, yeah.
It was about.
So I do like, I used to do quarterly challenges. So whether we do create content for specific holiday or just like summer, spring, get ready for the holidays, whatever it is, we create content. I give out prompts and people create the content.
And I thought it was such a cute, creative way to like, you know, because sometimes you can get bogged down on your content, and I thought it was like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
And by the way, I feel like we're really clubbing in here, so we may have to turn down the music. I was like, this music is either gonna make me get up and dance, or they're not gonna hear us, so I may have to tell Leslie to turn it down, because it does feel a little, doesn't it feel a little loud?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? See, I don't think so, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna be like, oh my God. It's like my gut is telling me.
It's okay.
My gut is telling me.
As long as I'm in there.
Yeah, get in there. This is Leslie. He's helping accommodate our beautiful set today. Are you in there? Are you in there?
There you go.
Hey! Where are we? Where are we? We haven't even announced where we are.
We're in the city of Gardena, and the name of this restaurant is the Blue Hole Belizean Caribbean Cuisine. We have the best, hands down, Caribbean food, Belizean food in the United States of America. I can say that with confidence. Boom shaka.
Whoa! Well, we're gonna get into that then. Thank you, Leslie. The best? Oh my God! I'm sure you didn't tell me it was like the best, Mariana. Well, we're here. Well, actually, let's talk about that. So we're here to talk with Mariana, Mari, from Latinx Marketing, because I want to really celebrate what she's doing for marketing, for Latinas, for small businesses, and that creative juices. That's what, like, how. There's just, I have a lot of questions. You know, I have a lot of questions. She already knows. She's been prepped. But I was like, where are we gonna eat? So why did you choose, as he mentioned, apparently the best Belizean food in America? Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So I chose the Blue Hole because actually it's really hard for me to find food because there's not that many Belizeans here, at least in LA. I mean, there are, but I haven't seen many restaurants.
There aren't.
Therefore, like, that's why when I found out about this, I was like, I need to try it. So I brought my mom, who is the Belizean of the house, and she approved. So when Jackie was like, where should we go? I was like, we have to go where my mom's cultura is. So that's why I chose this.
And I've never had it before, so I'm like very, very curious, excited, and we're hungry, right? So yeah, that's.
And I mean, I did apologize to my dad. My dad is Mexican.
Why?
And I was like, sorry, but like, there's a million Mexican places
it's
here.
True. Dare I ask you, which food do you prefer, or is that we're not ready for that question yet?
Sorry, Father, but Belizean.
What? Okay, we gotta start eating then, if that's the case.
Yes.
Okay, so first, what's this drink that you're jamming out to?
So this is soursop. It is. I honestly don't know what fruit it is.
But it's a fruit.
But
it's a fruit. Okay.
I'm the worst. I'm like, I just eat it, and I think it's delicious. Yeah.
I'll look it up and I'll put it somewhere on the screen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Be like, fruit, this. All right, let's do it. Okay, do you shake it or anything? Or is it just,
Well, you just drink it.
you just drink it? So it's kind of like agua fresca in a sense? Okay. I'm very honest, so here we go.
Please be. I like it because it's not too sweet.
Oh, wow. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I feel like I know the fruit. Like, I feel like it's definitely a fruit.
See?
So you're not lying about that.
You're just gonna show all the fruit.
You know what it reminds me of? It does remind me of like when I would go to Mexico and for some reason you just eat more fruit over there. I don't know what the hell, but it reminds me of like just, yeah, it's very nostalgic. It's very fresh, refreshing, good for the soul. I like it. And you said it's not too sweet. I agree. But it's like sweet enough.
Correct. It's not like this is the healthiest thing in the world, but like.
But it's like.
It's like not
it's
like,
refreshing.
What's the word? Like when it's too sweet. I don't know.
Yeah, where it's like. It just feels like organic. Is that, dare I say that? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like super, like, it doesn't feel like it's just like a bunch of sugar, like.
Correct.
No sé, like, natural, you know. But delicious, I approve. Okay, so far I'm impressed so far. And I don't think that I've ever had a fruit drink like this before, so definitely I'm curious about this fruit. ¿Cómo se llama?
I don't know. The fruit, I have no idea.
Okay, it's okay. This is a dessert. We'll talk about that later. So before we start with the first question, what are we having here?
Okay. So this
the camera likes to see first, so we gotta show the camera first.
So be careful.
Oh yeah.
That's the.
Oh
plate.
shoot. Okay. Yeah, maybe you go first.
So this is the sample platter. We have salbutes, garnachas, and then I forgot this one. I think it's like a panada.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's very colorful.
Very. This is a sampler plate that he is going to be eating. And
We'll be sharing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, we're sharing all of this. I'm like, Yaki's not eating. She's eating, and we're both eating.
I'm the one claiming this one.
I know. I'm like, we're both gonna share. Didn't you see family style? Family style here, girl.
Here you go.
Shut up. I'm like, no. ¿Y esto?
That is.
What's that?
Potato salad?
Oh, yum. Can't go wrong with potato salad.
Yes. And then.
Ooh, now I see why you want this.
This is my favorite thing in the world. So we got.
That's yummy. Do you need help?
I think we're good. So we have stewed chicken with rice and beans and plantain.
I don't think I've ever had like stewed chicken.
It's delicious.
So you're gonna let me try it, right?
Of course. So usually you put the el caldo in the rice and then you mix it with the potato salad.
Oh, and I don't know if I don't really share. This is not something I share with people, but like I love mixing my food.
Me too.
Same, girl. There's nothing
I'm
better
not the
than
type of person that's like,
separate. No, I'm like touch each other. It should just touch. Yeah, Anyways, okay. So let's
you're gonna try.
No, let's try
first. I've already tried them all, so.
Oh my god. Okay, so tell me, why do you like Malaysian food better than Mexican food? I need to know. What's the deal here? What is Mexican?
I just got really silent.
I know. I'm like,
The playlist ended.
I know. At this very moment.
So
Just say it, girl.
let's see. I think I like Malaysian food because I don't get to have it very often.
Oh, so then it makes it like special, more
Correct.
special.
So,
Yeah.
like my mom learned how to cook Mexican food from my dad.
Okay.
And like yes, she does know how to cook this, but she also just doesn't do it like every day.
Got it. Okay.
So this is
that
like
makes sense.
it's almost like it's special in that sense where like Mexican food, turn a corner here and you find a Mexican restaurant.
Just a corner or two.
I mean, there are good Mexican food out here, but Malaysian food is just it's special.
Okay, well we're about to try it right now. So this one's
That one
What's
is
this
the salbute.
and which was the one with the cheese?
This one.
This one, okay.
That's a tostada, so I don't think you can cut it, girl.
There are two tostadas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just move some of this stuff over here so we can
please
both
do.
we can both should we both try it eat at the same time?
Sure.
Yeah, here, grab this one.
You get this one because you like the cheese the most.
I guess.
That's what you were excited about.
That's true. I just didn't bring that much lactate, but yeah, we'll try. That's what you get to experience when you're older. You get to experience that one when you're older. I literally was at a restaurant the other day and I just set it on the plate. The 3 little, a serving size is 3, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. And the waiter was like, "What you got there?" And I'm all, "Do you really want to know?" And I literally told him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm good." I'm like, "Why are you asking, dude? Privacy, man." Anyways, shall
I thought
we?
you were doing some sort of.
Yeah, I was like,
He got excited. He was like,
Yeah.
drugs.
I know. I'm like, it's not what you think, dude.
Yum.
Oh, so I always like to do like a thumbnail, and since so maybe it could be a
Okay.
thumbnail. So like, I know, right?
Cheese.
You gotta think, you gotta think about these things. Anyways, okay, cheers.
I agree.
So it's like a kind of like a tostada kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna get messy, but. I taste the cheese.
It has 2 kinds of cheese.
I was gonna say, is this like shredded cheese or shredded chicken?
Yeah.
I feel like it has a kind of spice that I'm not familiar with, which could be something.
I think it's the onion.
Oh.
The onion is probably like, what's the word?
Oh yeah.
Vinegary.
Oh, it's all over my face. I like you. I like it. There's some. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's onion or something, but it's not like your typical tostada. Like you could tell, it's like very unique.
It's Caribbean.
It's Caribbean, yeah, Caribbeanized, yeah. I'm gonna eat the whole thing, yeah. I'm definitely gonna eat the whole thing.
Also, the cheese is actually, I think, I could be completely wrong. So there's 2 types of cheeses. Obviously, there's like cheddar spread on top.
Yeah.
And then the second cheese is one that you could pretty much only get in Belize.
Maybe that's what it is then.
And it's like a giant ball. I believe it's you can get it in Germany.
What?
Yeah, so before Belize was actually colonized by Great Britain, so there's a lot of European influence. Yeah.
Where can you get it here?
I don't think you can, because my mom, every time she goes, she buys like months worth.
So they imported it probably?
Years worth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a giant ball. It's literally
my
like this big.
What color is it?
It's red on the outside, and then the inside it's white.
Oh, yum. What do you do with it? What do you
Shred it.
Do you eat it with like what quesadilla or tostada?
No, because it's mainly for like this, for garnacha.
Oh.
Yeah, and then like you can also eat it with like eggs and stuff.
Oh.
But usually
That's
my
yummy.
mom eats it with fritas. Do you know what fritas is? So it's like a. I almost think it looks like dolphin shaped.
Okay. I was not expecting that.
And they're called fried jacks.
Oh.
Yeah, and so she eats it with that too.
That sounds yummy. Do you cook too?
No, I should not. Hence why I say fruit. Fruit.
Yeah, it's a fruit. Cheese. You know the basics, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, why do you if your mom's cooking good stuff, right?
Ironically, I'm not the biggest fan of this cheese, and the reason is,
Oh.
we're good. Thanks.
So good.
So
It's
good.
so good.
Told you. Deadly, deadly. I told you.
We're talking about the cheese.
Yes, that's like.
What kind of cheese is it?
That's her secret. If you tell me that, then we won't be the best.
Okay. All right. We'll just eat.
You're welcome, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Need anything, let me know, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
So you don't cook?
No,
Oh, no.
no. I'm not much of a. So I'm a tourist, a total foodie, but
But
definitely not a cook.
it's funny because there's foodies who are cooks and there's foodies who are not. There are
Correct.
foodies who just can appreciate,
I appreciate.
and I
all the
appreciate too.
time.
Me too. I'm an appreciator. I don't. I'm not a cook. I'm like
No.
I can try. I mean, I can like
That
make an
part.
egg.
I can. honestly, if I have a recipe and I have all the ingredients, like HelloFresh, love that shit.
I've never done that.
Because like it gives you everything in one. You just pour, mix, whatever, and the end.
You know what I thought of? I thought of the salad kits.
Exactly.
I'm a boop, 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 done.
I'm professional when it comes to HelloFresh, okay? This is not sponsored by HelloFresh.
It is not. But we would love to do something
Yes,
with you.
but HelloFresh, please.
HelloFresh, we'll cook with
Sponsor
you.
us.
One item, I'm not full yet, so that's good. Because I usually get like full. Okay, so first, I haven't had a chance to ask you, so we'll start with the biggest reason of the celebration here is Latinx marketing. She has her own company, a few years now, right? How many years?
3.
3 years, y'all. Okay, we barely started our entrepreneur journey. You've been on it for 3 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's beautiful, by the way. We'll make sure her information's down in the description, in the YouTube, in el YouTube. She's very excited to be on that YouTube.
I am. I don't think I'm on there yet.
What? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this might be your first video. Well, long form, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what an honor.
I'm a short form queen.
You are.
But one day I will venture into the YouTube world.
It's something else, man. People make all kinds of comments.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, but it's fun. We have really good comments. Really good interaction. So let's talk about it. Like how like. Because anybody can start a company, right? But like, that's funny. Yeah, I know. But like, what was this vision that came to you? That part for me is always really fascinating. Is like the inception of, like, why you're doing this and how you're doing it, and like, all of those things. Mari, what was it?
To be honest with you, what's the word? Like, I just said fuck it.
Trying to find the word. Fruit fuck.
Literally. Before entrepreneurship, I actually worked for a nonprofit that I hated with all my might. They were evil. They treated me horribly. But that's another time, another story.
Another YouTube.
Exactly.
Another YouTube.
And I was just done. And ironically, I've always been a learner. I love to learn. I love to like just deep dive into different things. And it was post-pandemic, so not even post. It was during pandemic, so it was like
spring of 2020.
2021.
Oh, 2021.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I know. I'm like, when is pandemic? It's like,
yeah. So pandemic started 2020, and then I worked for the company around until July of 2020.
Okay.
And before that, I was like very much onto TikTok and learning on like all these things about Instagram, social media, email marketing, pretty much everything in marketing under the sun.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I was fresh out of college. I was like
What year did you graduate?
22 when I
okay.
was there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I started my business at 25.
I tell her all the time, I'm like, you know what I was doing at 25? I wasn't doing bad stuff per se, but let me tell you, I was like, the responsibility and the vision and the determination to do something like that, it seemed too big for me. At 25, I don't think I wouldn't even have thought it. So that's why I'm like, what is that moment where you're like, you're 25 and you're like, no, when you said fuck it, but yes, when you probably did fuck it, but like what do you think it was where you're like taking that leap of faith with, you know what I mean? Like betting on yourself.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I quit my job that I hated, and I actually was applying to work for Savage X Fenty, and I so excited, made it to the final round, and then they said no. And then I was like, are you fucking serious? I made a PowerPoint and it's fine.
You're like, I'm over it.
But like, it was still like, I put so much, I'm the type of person that like puts my all into something, and after that I was just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a company in mind that I wanted to apply to. I'm out of a job. I'm just like figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I actually had someone reach out to me because originally in my personal Instagram, I had something like marketing person or something around the terms of marketing.
Yeah.
And someone reached out to me and was like, hey, like, do you do email marketing? And
Wow.
I was like, of course.
You're like, yes, I do.
I've done it for the startup for 2 years, so I guess.
you do. Yeah, that's all they want, experience. Yeah.
And I had mentioned it to my dad, and he was like, just say you can do it. He was like, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I was like, okay, cool. So then I'm working.
We'll come back to your dad though.
Oh, that's a sensitive topic.
Oh.
I mean, I love my dad, but I
okay.
will always cry every time because he's such an inspiration to me.
Oh, in a good way though. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm like, this is a good thing.
way.
But now I'm seeing a piece of him right here in this moment. Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
So this woman offers me this, and at the time, I was also interning for an amazing company called Diosa Leon. They're like a they're a fashion brand, or they were a fashion brand. And
I'm not a fashion person at all.
I'm
like,
not either.
Oh, okay, I'm like, is that beauty and fashion? I'm like, I don't.
I'm
but
like,
okay.
I use it.
You're like, oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
So I'm like, I have my 2 gigs,
Oh my
like
God.
the social media thing was an internship, so it's like very low paid, and then the email marketing was like fine. I mean, I live at home, so like I didn't have much that I needed to do.
Yeah.
But I just kept wanting to grow, and I kept wanting to like push myself. So in the fall of 2020, I wanted to put myself out there on social media. But like, it's the scariest thing to do.
People don't realize that. People are like, oh, it's like, but it's like, it's being brave every day, dude. Being vulnerable every day. Like,
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
it's just terrifying, yeah.
Yeah, I seriously remember being like, I would try to do it, and I thought I was funny, and like,
You're funny.
thank you.
Go check out the 7 Leaves video.
Oh my God. Whispers are really loud. But yeah, so I was practicing actually on my personal, and I created a mini series on what was it? 3,000 questions about me. I don't know if it's a book that they sell at Target.
Oh, okay.
And
okay, go on.
every week or every other day, I don't remember, I just started posting a video like, today
what?
3,000 questions about me. And today's question
I
is
love that.
and I would just answer it, and I would
just
put myself out there.
Oh my God,
and
dude.
people loved it, and I was like, you know what, like I could do this.
Wait, hold up. Because I like to talk about like the moment before the moment. Because you're saying like it's scary to put yourself out there. You find this book and you're gonna do this mentally, right? Mentally, emotionally, like what compelled you to be like, no, I'm ready for this, or maybe you felt like I don't care, I'm just gonna do it. Like, what was that moment before that? You're like, I'm gonna start doing that.
I think I was also bored because we were all stuck inside because we were in pandemic, and like
So you're just like
go outside and people were doing it, and so I was like, if
you felt
I could do it.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Like I clearly remember that. So when I officially launched Latinx marketing, it was at 3 a.m, and I was watching TikTok.
No.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
TikTok.
it. I launched at 3 a.m. Like, damn, that's how you do it.
I literally went on Canva, created a little thing.
No, así?
Yeah, on Canva, and I literally was like, well, that's it. We're good.
This is very good.
Yeah, I made it, that's why.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Should we ask him? Yeah.
What is the fruit?
Ask him the fruit.
So it's soursop. It's
that is the
the
actual-
closest thing I can describe to it would probably
Really?
be like the green pear. It's
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know why I think of mango. Is that weird?
No, it's not.
Is that a cousin of it? Maybe.
It's a good thing.
Some primos,
It's
yeah.
weird.
It's so funny. Very sweet guy. Okay, so you just like, de repente, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Like literally, it was kind of like just a.
You're ballsy, dude. You're bold.
I was on TikTok and I kept seeing all these white women. I kept seeing these white marketing women.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah.
Hey, do this to grow here, do that to grow here, and I was like, I hate you. I'm like, all of these people, like I know all of this. Like, where is the new stuff?
Yeah.
And there was none. And then I was like, if they aren't teaching anything, that means I know this. And therefore, I'm gonna just like launch something. And so I launched it literally at 3 in the morning. I posted on my personal story and I said, August 2020, I'm launching a business. Catch me here.
Oh my God. I see.
Yeah. And I was a huge fan of Shop Latinx. And I was like, I love that it's like Latina owned.
Yeah.
Or like Latina owned.
Yeah.
And it's toward like Latinx people.
Yeah.
And I was so inspired by her, Julissa Prado, Patty from Hija de Madre, and I was you know, like if they could do it, I could do it. And so that's literally why I called it Latinx marketing, because I was like, that's what I want to talk to. No, everyone is launching these businesses during pandemic because we're trying to survive this horrible thing that's happening. We're losing our jobs left and right. And we're out here grinding. Like, we're not going to just let some stupid pandemic be like, oh, poor me. We're creating businesses to actually like bring ourselves up. And that's when I was like, okay, these white women are not targeting these people. Therefore, I'm going to step in and I'm going to educate them, the Latinos that are struggling on social media, because social media shouldn't be hard. Like it's.
But then we wouldn't have a job, right?
That's
so
true.
I guess it's okay.
That's true. You know, like it shouldn't be like your biggest barrier.
Right.
When it comes to like publicizing your business.
Yeah.
Because it's free marketing.
I know. They don't realize like the opportunity.
So that's literally where I stepped in.
Oh.
But ironically, I didn't actually do anything with it, even though I launched.
What do you mean?
Like I said, I launched. I froze.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about that. You froze?
So I froze, and I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. But
what were you worried about? What made you freeze?
I just didn't feel like I wanted to. Like, I didn't know how to embrace the community. Like, almost like, how do I insert myself as a professional in this space? Like, no one else is doing it. So, like, how do I, like...
Because you don't see, you don't know, you haven't seen others do that. So you're like, how do I,
Exactly. So I was very hesitant and, like, almost like, I started off by doing, like, very sophisticated things, like a SWOT analysis, like, what does S, W, stand for, whatever. And, like... all these things, and I was like, this is not clicking. What is missing? And ironically, Patty from Hija de Madre was answering questions on the Tory Burch Foundation page, and in my head, I knew the answer, but I just didn't want to do it. So I asked her, how do you build a community on social media? And she's like, you give back and you go on live. At the time, live was super popular.
Live was very big, And
I was like, wow.
You're fun. And can we talk about that part of you, like your hesitancy to be like, to be vulnerable, because there's vulnerability in showing that side of yourself and all that stuff. Like
the first time I went on live, I don't recall it at all.
You're in a blur. It was a blur.
I blacked out.
Whoa.
Literally, and it's still on my page, so you can go see.
I'm definitely gonna see that.
Yeah, you can see all the terrible content that I made at the beginning, and I mean, like, but it is terrible. But it's the way you have to do it.
For it, you have to learn.
Good at it. Like that's the only solution. Afterwards,
or you don't try at all, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of like how I went about it. Patty told me to do live. I said, okay, I was like, I'm the type of person, again, that goes all in. So
you're going live.
So I scheduled.
At 3 a.m. Just kidding. I'm going live at 3 a.m., everybody.
Imagine. You're like the fuck. Notification. It's on at 3 in the morning. No, but actually, I ended up, prior to pandemic, let's reverse just a tad. So in 2019, I actually found out about Hija de Madre, Shop Latinx, Resource Girls. And I'm Latina, but I didn't really like grow up with my culture. Like my parents are actually immigrants. They came from their countries, but they like assimilated very much so, like, because of the surroundings they worked for white people, and so they learned from them. That's who they learned their English, everything. And so a lot of my culture was American, very Americanized.
I can relate to that,
And so because of that, like, when I found this community, it was kind of like, what the fuck? Like this exists? Like,
You're like,
I was
what, this world?
confused because I also went to school at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which if you didn't know is like literally like
Son
less
gringos, huh?
than 5%. Like,
Oh, you did? You went to
diverse.
school up there?
Yeah.
It's a cool city. I will say that.
Beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city, but
But if you're
there's not a lot of Latinos. Yeah, there aren't. And I was like, but yeah, you won't see that.
Yeah. So again, I didn't
okay.
know of this, and I always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because my dad always told me like, hey, like in order for you to like go somewhere, like your 9 to 5 is gonna pay your bills, but your actual side hustle and the thing that's like fueling you is going to like fund your dreams.
Oh, I like that.
so-
Your dad is
He's wise.
he's wise. What's his name?
Arturo.
Arturo is wise.
I was gonna give you his American one, and
What is it?
art.
Oh, Art. Let's say Arturo.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. Let's do Art. Well, there's nothing wrong with anybody named Art, by the way, but for the sake of your dad, right? He likes to go by Arturo, right?
Yeah. So then,
Okay.
where was I? Oh my god.
Oh, that you were confused, like this community. You didn't know that there was this whole.
Oh, correct. So then I like forced myself into
Okay,
this community.
okay.
I literally was like, I don't care. You're Latina. You have followed this people. I'm your best friend right now. And I was everyone's hype queen.
Wow.
For like 9 months.
I love
From
it.
when I found
Okay,
them till the day I launched it.
Okay.
To this day.
Wow.
And I was just hyping up people left and right.
love
And
it.
it was before like TikTok and Instagram was like
What it is now.
what it is
yeah.
now. It's more like community based. It's
Yeah.
more focused on like friendly, building those like
Yeah.
friends online.
Yeah.
And so people looked at me like, who the fuck
Are you?
are you?
You're like, I'm Mariana. Mari.
I'm like, hi, I'm just a nice person on the internet.
Promise.
And so I built these relationships
Yeah.
left and right. And
That takes a lot, by the way. I just want to say, like, making those, like, no, now I really did go quiet. Because he was right. Yeah, now I got really quiet. What's in it?
I don't know.
Okay, let's find out. Okay. All right, here, take half of it.
Okay.
Let's see what's in it.
Oh, it's
What is it?
it's chicken.
Chicken? Like shredded?
Yeah, shredded.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's kind of spicy. Is it?
No.
Is it? Wow. Wait, let me try again. And then what color is this? Like what kind of masa is it? Because it's kind of like red.
We are asking too many.
Oh yeah, too many
specific
questions. Sorry. Okay.
Very specific
We gotta bring Leslie back.
for real. Mm-hmm. Give him a whole entire sector to explain.
That's good. I'm gonna try it with some tomato and cheese. So, you're saying the fact that you like put yourself out there, reaching out to these people, like you obviously like, you knew that you had to, be intentional, right, about showing up. And yeah, some people might be like, "Who are you?" And that's okay, right?
100%.
Because a lot of people are scared. That's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people are scared of that. So what helped you kind of like get over it?
I honestly chose.
You guys still doing good?
Yeah. Now I understand what you mean by it got really quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
So feel free to continue the music.
All right.
We're like,
Yeah, it gets really, really quiet.
So after that, essentially, and to where I'm doing these lives, I had built these relationships with these amazing people, and I decided to use it. I was like, hey, I need to go on live, and like, I'm doing a 30-day live series,
what?
back to back to back to back, asked
my
30
God.
people, and I was like, let's do it. Take note, it's the holiday season. It's December. And I was like, let's go.
I love it.
And yeah, I used all these connections that I was like building, and I was like, hey, do you mind? They're like, oh my God, would love to. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Like, you're like my hype queen, so like anything you need, I'll do it. And I was like,
Oh.
so literally that boosted my account like crazy.
Oh my God.
And that was just like a yes to like what I wanted to do, right? Because I had originally named it like a marketing series, but it ended up being just like me sitting in community and like, yes, talking about like growing their accounts and stuff, but it was also just like, just chilling and like getting to know each other. And yeah, so that's literally how it took off.
Wow.
By January, I had someone making my website, someone making my branding, someone
That's beautiful, by the way.
working on my LLC.
Okay, so when we were working on putting together our Hire Ellas, you know, we did like we looked at other people, how they were doing, and then we just loved your feel. So you're on one of my decks, probably, like a screenshot. We're like, we love how, we love it. It was very inspirational. And you were inspirational to us.
Thank you.
Like seeing you do that, we're like, oh my God, like.
Honestly, it was without the community, I would not be here. And that's like why it's one of my biggest pillars in the world. And like, people don't understand how important it is to me. Like, sometimes life be lifing. Like, for example, like this year, I feel like I almost...
Life be lifing? Is that like a Gen Z thing? Can you explain that? What does that mean? Life be lifing.
You don't know what that means?
Do you want to see my grades? just answer the question, please. This is embarrassing enough. I'm trying to be, honest. What does life be lifing?
Life is like literally
I feel like
life be lifing.
Like life is like it is what like life is
like I feel like at the end of the day, like life is literally full of ups and downs.
Yes, that is life. Literally, that's life. What life is about. Yeah.
So that's why life is lifing.
Thank you. Noted. Life. I'm gonna use that.
Please.
I'll call you out next time I use it online. I'll be like, life is lifing. Okay, go on.
So like, there have been times where I feel disconnected, right? And it almost feels like I can't handle it all, and every single time, like, I come back, I make that awkward TikTok that's like, hey, like,
hey. Yeah, I know the one.
People are like, oh my God, we missed you. Like, dude, this is what I'm here for. Like,
that's
I'm
awesome.
here to like be the person that can like uplift people.
I love it.
That is like my overall purpose in life, and it's really what I want to continue doing, and that's kind of like why I decided to make this switch.
What's the switch? You want to tell people what the switch is?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell the YouTubers.
The YouTube.
Well, it will be online as well. It'll be on social media too. Okay.
Social media people.
Yeah, social media people in general. Yeah. So those people be lifing, those people.
So I started originally Latinx marketing as like a social media agency, which ironically it was a full-on marketing agency at first, where I wanted to do everything because I did everything before.
Sure.
But then I realized I don't like everything.
And there's a lot out there.
Because I could do it doesn't mean I want to do it.
Can you say that again and for the people in the back?
Just because I can do it doesn't mean I want to do it.
And that's also a business lesson too. Is like your business is going to evolve, and so it's evolving right now. So go on.
Correct. So I originally started off full marketing agency, slimmed down to just
slimming
down.
Focus. I would say focus. You're focusing. You're focused. It's more focused.
Yeah. So I focused into social media, and then now we're focusing even more.
Okay. To specifically
content creation.
Love it.
Specifically, we're offering video editing and graphic design. I've partnered up with an amazing graphic designing agency, Palm and Palma, and so we're doing it together.
I love it. No, I'm excited for you, and I look forward to, I'm like, knock on wood, working with you in 2024, manifesting, which brings me to manifesting. You do it, right? Can we talk about that and like what works for you, because it might help some other people?
So, I know my human design. If you don't know what your human design is, look it up.
What's your human design?
My human design is manifester.
Oh, literally. And what is a manifester?
Essentially, according to what I know, I'm also not like the most expert in the world. So manifestors are about 9% of the world. And we just have like an easier way to manifesting. Like we have most of our, what they call like in the manifesting chart or the human design chart, you have like different parts of you that are lit up. Most of mine are in my like head part, so it's like my heart to my head.
Whoa.
So it almost feels like it's a source to like direct to the universe.
Whoa.
Correct me, I could be corrected wrong, but that's how I.
And this is based on like your date of birth, your location, that you were born, and all that stuff, right? Do you know what I am?
No.
Do you want to guess? What are the different types again? Because I think I remember which one.
It's generator, manifestor, manifesting generator, projector, and then reflector.
Oh, wait. Did none of them say orchestrator?
No.
Wait, hang on. Wait, no, not pause, but let me pause. Wait. I did do it because I remember somebody I met was like, do it.
I have a feeling you're a projector.
I'm a projector? What's a projector?
Just do it.
Okay.
I can't like specifically say what.
No, but I did do it. So I did do it. So let me look at.
Because if you say orchestrator, that means more projector in my.
It's I just remember saying that it brings people together. You get the people together to do the thing. Let's say.
Yeah.
Is that
I think that's what it is, but look it up.
Okay, hang on. They emailed it to you, right? Yeah. Pretty sure they emailed it to me. And then you have to like pay to get even more information, but
of course,
you know, like anything,
what
right?
I do is I go to TikTok, human design people, and I say, what does 222-2 or what does this mean?
Here we go.
And what does that mean?
Oh, I'm like you, I guess. I'm a manifester.
Look at that. We're tweens.
Oh, our energy is we're vibing. We're
we're rare.
Are we rare?
Yeah. We're 9% of the world.
Oh, sure. Yeah, baby. We make stuff happen, I guess. Oh.
We're very good dreamers.
Yes. Oh, yes, we are. I do dream.
Good, like we can like almost put it together in our heads, but when it comes to actually doing it, we need help.
Yes. that would be just a good description of it. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I was talking to the girl from Yum Yum Feast, Maria, and she resonates a lot with me too, and you, because you both are like, yeah, you have like an idea and you're like, you're gonna go for it. Like you're like, no, it doesn't seem impossible.
Yeah, nothing. I've always said that I cannot. There's nothing in the world that I cannot do. And I mean, don't bring on a challenge, but like for real, I really do believe that.
Okay, so I do believe you. I'm not that I don't believe you, but I think this is a good segue to mental health, because at the same time, like I think in my experience, like being somebody who's like, you know, I've had to learn in the last few years to also figure out what does that mean to my wellness, which I know it sounds kind of like hippy dippy, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, but because even as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, but for me, truthfully, like as much as I like to dream and I do get the support, that I've had the support to do things in my life, but I also like, I've had to reevaluate my why and figuring out like, well, what are my intentions with these dreams? Are they really serving the way I feel? And even when I say purpose, like I don't think purpose for me has changed, because sometimes people think like purpose has to be this like grandiose thing. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes it doesn't have to be this deep thing. It's just like intrinsically who you are. It's, I don't know. My point is like, for you, how has mental health played a role in your life? Because being a dreamer and doing these things, like there's a cost to it. Sometimes there's a trade-off. So
yeah, actually it's so funny, that human design thing really did help me.
Yeah.
And the reason is because before, like especially coming from like a Latino household, like the grind is real. Mm-hmm. And when I read that manifestor thing, I literally was like, holy shit, I am the sloth of the family, and that's okay.
Stop.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So according to the manifestor guidelines, they say that manifestors are actually people that really need to prioritize rest because that's the only way that they could dream and they could come up with creative ideas. Because if they don't rest, then they transition into like anger and so much pressure and stress, and that clouds their judgment. That clouds like how they manifest.
Well, you're teaching me some stuff, okay?
And so that's why when I learned about all this, ironically, I was always on the grind. I was working from like sunrise to sunset.
Okay.
And I was always like working and working. And I was literally at the point where I was like, why the fuck am I doing this shit? Like I could just go get a job. and this has happened to me actually twice.
Yeah.
And like where I burned myself out because I want to keep up with everyone else. I learned that like I need to stop that. And personally, like I muted so many people on Instagram.
No way.
I muted so many people on Instagram because for my own mental health, I needed to step back and I needed to say like, what do I want to do? And ironically, during this transition, like this was like the most resistant I was at. Like, how will people even interpret like how who am I to be a videographer? Like
imposter syndrome or what? Imposter syndrome a little bit?
Like that, yeah. So it's just like has like almost been a gift at the end of the day. Like, and I have to, and that human design thing really like almost like brought clarity because I was like, if I'm not rested and if I'm not like at peace, I can't function, and like it's gonna affect me and my outward,
everything else,
the way the things I create outwards, the people that surround me, because energy attracts energy.
I love that.
If you are putting out horrible energy, you're gonna attract energy.
That resonates a lot with me. Like I totally like understand that. Like, and that's a good way of putting it. Of like that the rest does give you that peace, and it's almost like I don't know. It sounds like you like took back the power too, I don't know if this resonates with you, but like for me, like being reactive. Like in the last few years, I've learned to take back the energy of like instead of being reactive. Of being like, oh, okay, like, I know it's hard, but like to be like, oh, you know what, I can't control everything, and you know what, that's okay. Like, if there's gonna be a mistake, there's gonna be a mistake. Like, I mean, like, okay, like, and that took work. Like, I was not programmed that way 100%. For sure.
It's never just like me. Like, I often. So going back to like your manifesting conversation. I've learned that in order for me to manifest things, I have to speak them out loud. I have to. So like coaching and therapy is a big thing for me. I'm not in therapy right now because I can't afford it. But like I do have a coach that listens to me and she's amazing. Her name is Beatriz.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to plug her?
I don't know her hand. Authentically B. I think it came to me. I was like,
it'll come to you,
and it like helps me process because I'm very like giving and like community oriented. I feel like I'm not listened to often, which keeps me in my head. And as a manifestor, I have to like take it out of my head and put it out into the world. I've tried writing; it's not the same. I have to say it out loud. And it's like the craziest things, like. The other day, I literally said, universe, you know what? Like, fuck it. Send me some free skincare, bruh.
You're just like, yeah, do it, you know.
I kid you not, I got a serum.
No.
And it was just events that I went to.
Oh my god, What's this one again?
So that's the salbutes.
What's that?
Salbutes. It's by
you wanna be in the shot, right?
Blocking.
No, you're good. Just see
you guys want to see my
see the face, Leslie. Yeah, what's this?
I'm just kidding.
So what's this?
This one is the salbutes. Chicken is made out of it's a crispy tortilla, basically.
Okay.
That's fried, made from scratch. It's got chicken on there. You can either put lettuce or cabbage. In our case, we put
Okay.
cabbage, tomatoes, and then the onion with jalapenos on there. It's very Mayan-inspired food.
Oh.
Basically, everything that we had in that sample is Mayan-inspired.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
My grandma's Mayan. She speaks Mayan.
Who does?
My grandma.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I know to say one thing in Maya, and that's it. Shakalak with food. That's it.
I'll take it. At first I was like, did I eat my fork? Look at this, literally is missing a piece. I freaked out right now while he was talking. I was like, did I just eat a fork? And then I saw it right here.
Show the camera your fork.
I thought I ate a piece of my fork. There's like a piece right here missing. Let's try it. Okay, so you were saying like, so then by doing that, you, what do you think it is about you putting it out, like saying it out loud that,
Again, I think that.
here, have some.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah. And you can start trying this. I'm sorry, it's probably
No, you're
cold.
good.
So let's, well, let's eat it because I feel.
You're good.
And I'm ooh.
Please slow mo that.
I will definitely do that. I'm gonna try to do that because I usually write stuff. I never really.
Also, I think I heard that in your human design chart there are arrows at the top of the little image that they give you, and different arrows that are highlighted mean the different ways that you manifest. So some people manifest things through being specific. Like, I want 3 bottles of moisturizer by the end of yada yada, whatever. And then for me, the less specific I am, the better.
Oh.
Yeah. So I usually when I want, like, for example, I just said I want skincare.
Just anything. Just
Anything.
okay.
I got
Everything?
all types of shit.
I know. I was gonna say, and then you got it. Yeah.
So it's like, again, it just depends on the person. So that's another thing to look into.
My head is just like, I'm like, can't wait to go home and manifest. I'm gonna manifest on my drive home.
You can call your wife and be like, I'm gonna tell you a bunch of shit I'm manifesting because Mari said I need to speak it out loud.
She's gonna be like, oh my god. She's gonna be like, did you bring me any food? That's all she's gonna want to know. You know, I think it's a beautiful thing to dream. I think it's like, we only get this life. I don't know, I just feel like, and that's something that, like, I know you're like way younger than me. Really, I think it's really cool that at your age, like, you're already like are like making these bold moves. You already like are betting on yourself, because there's a lot of us that just like, we're too afraid and stuff like that. So for me, it's like, that's why you're like probably like, why is Jackie around all these young people? Because I love it. Like I love, like, I just love, I really appreciate and really respect like you going for it. Like Caroline, Sweet Carol is going for the stuff, you know. So to me, I'm just like drawn to people who are just going for it, you know. And it says a lot about you. It says a lot about her. Do you know that about yourself? Like, do you see that in yourself? Like, because I see that, and sometimes I feel like, do you see that? Like, do you see that?
So actually, it's funny. Me and my best friend, everyone follow her because I'm her manager.
Please do.
Margaritas with Angie.
Okay. Wait, what is it called?
Margaritas with Angie.
Ooh, what does she do?
So she creates beauty content, but her middle name is Margarita.
Love it.
So that's why.
That's my mom's name, Margarita.
Anyways,
Margarita.
we were just talking about it. So a couple of days ago, I partnered up with Vista Print on Hispanic Heritage Month, and she got so upset with me, and she was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "I didn't think it was a big deal," and she was like, "Bitch."
And I said, "Bitch."
She's like, "We need to stop and like making these things normal and like actually sit down and celebrate them.
Yes.
Something doesn't have to be hard to be celebrated.
Ooh, say that again.
Something doesn't have to be hard to be celebrated, because that's literally how we were talking about it. When I was saying, like, for me, my proudest moment thus far has been hiking Mount Blanc, because it was really motherfucking hard.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, I wouldn't. That's
people like you said, like people look at me and they're like, oh my God, you put yourself out there, you do this, you do that, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that hard.
no, it was wow.
But like, it's kind of like, I think it's almost rooted in Latino culture that like you have to work hard for something.
Yeah, like why not? Why wouldn't you? Like
This sounds terrible, but like, I sometimes forget that I have a master's degree because...
You have a master's degree?
Yeah. Because I didn't feel like it was hard.
Interesting. I'm picking up on it.
But like, for example, like the training that I did for this hike, like I will never forget it in my life. But it's something that I'm working on.
I do get that, the cultural nuances of like how that informs and how your perception, honestly, of these accomplishments, because they are accomplishments. But I think it's you're saying like, it's like, well, why wouldn't I? Like, it makes sense. Like, but there's also something like really cool, I will say, of like how bold you are to be like that to me. Like, I feel like, oh damn, like this girl's invincible. Like, I just feel like, in some ways, it's kind of cool that you're like, no, like. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and like we're gonna do some other things. Like, I don't know, like I feel like maybe you're also trying to help make sure that you're like, maybe it's a way for you to keep pushing yourself. I don't know. I'm just trying to like figure you out. But what was I gonna say? But let's take this moment. Let's try right now. Let's take this moment to celebrate what you're doing, because it's scary out there, and yet here you are, and you're doing it, and. That's amazing that you partner with Vista Prep. Are you kidding me? Like, you're like, yeah, because it's hard work. Like, that's what another thing is. Like, you mentioned the hard work. Like, it's hard work. Like, this girl, I'm sure you work like hard, and you're dedicated, and you're determined. And like, so many people are so afraid of getting in there, getting out there, and doing the things. And you're doing it. And I think, in this year, as I've met a lot of people that are doing it, like I'm like. And now I'm like in the process of, it's a lot of work. And I'm just like, I just really respect you. I really appreciate you. I'm really excited for you. Like, I'm excited for what you will continue to accomplish. I think it's really awesome that you care about people. I think community is very important. Super important. So I think you got a good heart, good head. And then you said they connect and that they talk to each other, and that's really important. So I think you should be, I like to do this, but like, you want to tell everybody like what you're proud of about yourself?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's celebrate both big and small. So,
okay, I love it. Let's do it.
This past summer, I hiked Mount Blanc, so it was 7 days, close to 70 miles.
Oh my God. Yeah. Why was that important to you to do that?
Ironically, the human design thing guided me to it.
Oh, really?
So at the very bottom, it tells you where your happy place is, and it said valleys, and I was like, what the fuck is a valley?
Be honest. It's good. Okay. So what do you usually do? You get a little piece of everything?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a little bit of potato salad.
I would also put the caldo on the rice.
Oh yeah? So like this? Just like this?
Yes.
Why not?
Usually you just mix it all, but
it's fine.
Proper.
A lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor.
I'm gonna have another bite. That potato salad is good.
It's good.
Oh yeah, I can see why you would just like, it's like crack, you know, you're just like, I just want to eat this whole thing.
Just pour.
Just pour. Okay, so the manifestor led you to a valley. And how do you find this valley?
Exactly. So my parents are hikers. They've hiked like Patagonia, Grand Canyon, few other places, and their hiking group actually was like, we're going to Mount Blanc. And my mom told me I'm going to Mount Blanc, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, is it a valley?
Literally, I looked it up, and it was Pure Valley.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
bet.
Shut up. You're like, it was meant to be.
And literally, again, like, I'm the type of person that's like, nothing can stop me. Like, when I'm gonna fucking do something, I'm gonna do it. And so I was in my worst shape I've ever been in my life. And I dropped everything. I finished my master's program, moved to San Francisco to
What?
have my aunt train me.
Shut the
she
front
is a
door.
bodybuilder. She trained me for about a month and a half. I learned how to gym with her, and then I started hiking from October till I left in July. And I started training.
That happened this year.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That made me think of something else to ask you. Like when you were a kid, like, were you always like this too? Like, were you always like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go for it? Or did something change in the course of your life? You're like, that made you realize that?
Yes and no. I feel like I clearly remember when, for example, like when someone told me, it was actually Miss Marquez, the college person that told me I wasn't smart enough to go to college. And I said, bitch, bet.
I've heard somebody else tell me this too, that their counselor was like,
Yeah.
what the hell's up with that?
I fucking hate her. It's fine.
So that immediately you said, oh hell no, like you're gonna see.
Yeah. And so basically, I feel like that was a turning point. So like when people say that I can't do something, it
You're
almost
all
like
set.
pisses me off.
I love it. Instead of being like, oh, maybe not.
No.
You have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, yes and no.
Yes and no?
I feel like confidence can spur from different things. And
Okay.
like, as a child, I was like not very confident in myself, in the sense that like I was never a good public speaker. I never was like very putting myself out there.
And look at you now. I was gonna be like, who is this
I was like
person?
super quiet. It was complete opposite.
Oh wow. So what for you like 2023 Mari right now? When you think of confidence, like when do you feel the most confident?
Amongst my community. So when I'm surrounded by everybody that like I've built a relationship with, I can do it all.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's trust, I guess. There's like trust to be that confidence to just go for things. Take notes, notas, people. And that's the thing that people underestimate. It's like, and I'm working on it. Like to be honest, like that's the one thing that Anna's like, you need to work on your confidence, you know. And I'm working on it. Like I feel like
You're a confident person.
Sure, yeah.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You're doing this.
What's confident about this?
Putting yourself out there on YouTube is scary.
I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing.
And that's what I mean. Confidence comes from different things, right?
Oh, okay.
So like, I think confidence almost spurs from like our insecurities. So like, you may feel insecure about certain things, but you shine in other things in confidence. So like, I cannot put myself on YouTube because I'm insecure about it. I don't know what to talk about for 10 minutes. Like, I'm like,
I think you could do it though. Isn't that funny? Because for me, I'm like, oh, you could totally do it. And I could tell you 5 things you could talk about, but.
And then for you,
Yeah.
you're doing this on a weekly basis.
I mean, I guess. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think I still struggle with like trusting myself, of being like, oh, no, like, this is like, I'm trying to be better about making decisions, you know? That's my biggest, you get that?
Same way.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that until my friend told me, just decide.
And then it'll be what it will be.
And I was just like, damn, bitch. I was like, do you want this? Like, should I do this or should I do that? And she was just like, shut up. Like, choose one.
Just do it, yeah.
And I was like, okay.
There is power though in that, and like that's what I'm realizing now. I'm like, the more that you can just be like, and for me, it's like letting go of like, okay, I made this decision, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, don't overthink it. Just like do it. And obviously, as a business owner, you have to be more like just make decisions.
I always like to say that as long as the intention is clear, the universe is gonna guide you.
Ooh.
I like to think that because it will close doors when it's meant to be closed. And it will open doors where it's meant to be open.
Ooh. Did you see that TikTok of that girl?
No.
That reminded me of a TikTok. Although what you're saying is just, it's like,
That's
you're
what
saying, because it reminded me of this TikTok, of course not, of course.
Is it the Delulu one?
No, this is must have been a year ago, maybe earlier this year. She's in her car and she's talking about like, it's like what you're saying, it's like, I don't know what it is the way she said, she's like, basically it's like, what will be for you will like literally will be for you, and what's not gonna be for you. And like, it reminded me of what you're saying, where it's like.
And as a manifester, I honestly like, it's really rare to catch me stressed.
That's great.
Rare. And
That's
I think
a good
it's
thing.
because I know. No, and I think it's because I've come to mind that like what will be is meant to be.
Ooh, that
And,
peace,
like,
dude.
There's nothing that I can like get in the way of that. Like, I even say like, like sometimes when I'm running like to shit, and I'm like, like this light is fucking red. Like, why doesn't it turn green? I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I took that yellow, I could have gotten into a car accident, and the universe protected me now with this red light.
Dang.
So it's just like little things like that where I start to say, okay, like just chill. Like, why?
I love
gonna
that.
get there when you can get there. Like,
I love that.
Things happen at a specific
For
time.
you, or what is that?
Yeah,
that Oprah saying? Things happen for you, not to you. That's what she said.
Yes. Because you have this intention. That's what they say, like, that's the whole idea with manifestation. It's like, you put this intention out there and the universe is going to listen to you.
Yeah.
And then it says, okay, let's do it. And then some people take that as like bad things. So like, for example, like when I was being resistant for this transition towards videography, I couldn't land a fucking client. I was like, like, let's keep going.
Yep.
It's like, I can't do it. And then I couldn't land anybody. But then I was like, hey, literally someone asked me, do you want to come do second shooter for me? And I was like, bet. And there you go.
It's funny you say that. I think it at the beginning of the year was when we like turned on the business like officially, and it was scary, because I'm like, oh my god, this is like, we're gonna go for it really officially. Because last year was kind of like part time, planning my wedding, like figuring things internally. But it was January, we were both like, oh my god, like we were doing this. And the first 2 months, it was like, it's a blur to me, to be honest. Like, I don't even, it literally was a blur. And I remember having a moment where I was like, in early March, where I was like, I don't know, like, what's going on, And I had a good friend, my good friend's mom, actually, who's like a mentor to me now. She was like, Jackie, like, you have a good heart. Like, you're not like a jerk, right? Because, business is sales and all this, like, you're not a jerk. So just lean into your heart, lean into who you are as a person. And I didn't know how integral that was to my process. And as soon as I just leaned into who, like you were saying earlier, like where you shine, like the more that I lean into that part of who I am, things were happening. The universe was telling me, like, and then it was attracting me to the right people, the people that did value me and the people that I valued back, right?
Yeah. I have seen, like, I remember the beginning of 2022, I made a vision board and I put all these amazing brands that I wanted to work with.
Yeah.
Universe revealed all these terrible things about them and these like people that were getting fired.
Wow.
It's just like,
you're like, okay,
no, I'm good.
But the universe was listening to you still, right? It's like it was still listening to you, but it was showing you, redirecting you or whatever. I love that.
And I think it's just like always being open to opportunity. This is the last month of Jefas Son Test, but
Of what?
Jefas Juntas, so it's
Okay,
like my
what's that?
community
Oh,
where
yes,
you get
yes.
a lot of marketing stuff.
Do you want to tell them about it?
Well, I'm closing it.
Oh, you're
now.
closing it? Sorry, I didn't catch that part. Okay. Wait, why are you closing it?
So I decided to close it because I have this purpose to like serve the community, right?
Yeah.
But with the community being paid, it almost felt like I couldn't feel comfortable saying like, hey, look at this like thing that you could do, because I should be telling it to only these people that are paying me.
Right.
And that was holding me back.
Yeah.
And so I said,
Like limited.
correct.
Yeah.
Like, what if someone called me out and like, Mari, that's like inner training. Like, why are you telling people that? Or something wrong with
Stuff like that. Yeah.
And I mean, no one never did, but it was
Yeah.
just like in the back of my mind.
Sure.
And it just has taken like so much of my energy that I
Yeah.
just like, it became something that I almost resented for a while.
Yeah.
And community is something that's super important to me, so
Yeah.
I don't want that to be that case.
Yeah.
So I'm actually closing it, but one thing that we do on a quarterly basis is vision boarding. And this year, or this past quarter, we did for our Q4.
Yeah.
And literally, on my vision board, I put endless opportunities because I was just like, I don't care. I was like, you want me to film a YouTube channel? Bet. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. You want me to film a wedding? Cool, let's do it.
Oh my
you want
God.
me to do a music video? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like, honestly, I put everything under the sun because I just didn't. Like, I don't know what direction I'm going in.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to learn.
I love
this is
it.
the field that I want to do.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm going to figure it out.
I love it.
And, like,
That is endless opportunity right there.
and that's what I mean. It's like, you have to be open.
Yeah. And you're in your 20s, right?
I am 28.
Yeah, she's in her 20s. And doing it. That's pretty cool. Like some of us are like, oh my God, 28. But that's the thing, is like, that's how you, everything that you're doing is going to direct you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so the fact that you already are having that mentality and you're open, it's like, you just got to be open. And you're doing it. So I'm excited for
I do
you.
want to know that I'm not perfect at this.
Perfect at what? No one's perfect at anything.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
You don't have to be perfect at this. Like, there are times where, like, yeah, I'm like sad and I'm like, nothing's going my way and la 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 la.
La 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 la, yeah.
A victim, I play victim for a second and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, but yeah, whatever. The point is, like, at the end of the day, like, it's funny, I was telling this to somebody and I was like, I have this mindset already that is ingrained in me that even when I want to be sad,
Mariana got us kicked out of the
Liar.
restaurant, so now we're out here. You know, I'm very honest about my equipment stuff, so we had a little bit of a issue. So we're gonna speak really loudly because we don't have a mic at this time. So I'm gonna let her close us off.
break. So to wrap things up, essentially I was just saying that at the end of the day, entrepreneurship is really hard, and there's not going to be any kind of, there's going to be ups and downs, and your emotions are going to go through it. So feel your emotions, but always know that there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel kind of vibe. What was I saying?
Okay, so we have a mic now. So
We have a mic now.
we have a mic now. Any closing thoughts on what we talked about today?
Thank you, Jackie, for having me on this. I have no closing thoughts. The only thought I have is that you're awesome, and I hope you never forget that.
Oh my God.
Cry!
All right.
Bye
No,
bye.
seriously, I know I'm over here on this side, but thank you. And I think you're awesome, and never forget that. And we're here for each other, so keep going, man. We're rooting for you over here.
We're both on the grind. We can do this.
Do it!
Love it.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.